Nearly just been described as, well, did you describe yourself as very handsome?
No, he did. He's right. He's absolutely right. Absolutely. I've known him a long time, so he's getting better at his job.
Is that because you must have a little bit of a smile on your face this week? Has this been your best week since you came to York City?
I think I've had a smile on my face most of the time. I think I'm going to be like, yeah, it's been a good week. Obviously, got through to the next round of the FA Cup. We can put that to bed for a few weeks. We'll come back to that when we have to. Had a good display away at Fylde, and now we've got a really tough home game coming up that we're really looking forward to.
Do you feel as though maybe you now start to get some of your plans, that the players are able to take them on board a little bit more easily? Because you've been here, what, 6-7 weeks now? Yeah,
I think the eye's starting to. Obviously, we're chopping and changing a little bit now, and obviously new signings comes in, which always helps. That's 2 signings we've managed to get in since the manager's come in, and we're getting stronger. I think the players that are here know that we're looking to bring other players in to strengthen, and they have to up their game a little bit, and training stepped up a little bit over the last 2 or 3 weeks, and we're getting better and we're getting stronger.
Yeah, when players here, you're coming out and saying we need better players, we need to be better. Does that put more pressure on them, or does that then show you the ones that are willing or able to step up and those that maybe aren't?
Yeah, that's the ones that are stepping up, and that's what we want. And as you say, you could just say in training, even today, the training was excellent today, raring to go. Nobody knows what the side was going to be, and everybody's trying to do that last impression on a Friday just to show the gaffer that he's ready. I say it was an excellent training session, and the boys are in good spirits.
So you've won 2 games this week. You've now got, excuse me, you've got 3 games coming up this week where you're playing teams that aren't in the best of form, a bit like York City. They've had struggles throughout the start of this season. This is a real opportunity to get some points on the board pretty quickly, isn't it?
Well, we're only focused on Hartlepool, really. Obviously, it's going to be a tough side. We're not unsure how they're going to play. Obviously, they called somebody back in off loan. Some people have been sent back, and we're not sure what formation they're going to play. Obviously, they've chopped and changed a little bit. So, well, they was here Tuesday night. They'd have seen what our weaknesses and what our strengths are. So it'll be a tough encounter, and I'm sure there'll be a few people in the ground, and I think it'll be a really good game to watch.
What do you think they'll have thought then about your strengths? I'm not going to ask you about what you think they'll feel about your weaknesses, but your strengths.
Yeah, I just think they'll probably see that we're playing forward. We're trying to play through the thirds, and we have changed a little bit. And as you say, if we're going to play 2 up front, or we're going to play 3 up front, or we're going to play 1 up front, that's where they'll be seeing what they have to do. But we've done our focus on what we need to do about them. It's about what we need to do, and we need to carry on this run of especially 2 wins this week, and then go forward to this Saturday, which is an important game for us, we believe.
There's going to be a huge crowd here as well. They're expecting 6,500. I was told a couple of days ago. That is a massive incentive. The players shouldn't be getting up for this game.
No, and they won't do. As I say, now we're getting players in and other players coming in. People are getting back fit, which is always good. And people can see players come back fit. They need to step up, and as I said, they've stepped up excellent, and people have stepped in and played games. People have been left out, and more people have come in, and I think it's excellent for the team.
And obviously you played at a much higher level than this, but the bigger the crowd, the better it is for players, isn't it?
Yeah, of course it is. That's what they want to do. They want to play in front of people. They want the atmosphere to be good, and as you say, in the cup game the other night, the away fans got the atmosphere really well, and now there's going to be 6,000 people, or over 6,000 people here, and I think it's just good for the club, and just good to see how we're progressing.
How is everyone then? Has everyone come through on Tuesday night?
Yeah, everybody came through Tuesday night. Everybody's fine. So everybody's raring to go. The manager's got to make decisions. Do we go back to what we played, or do we stay where we are, which is good for us. We can make big decisions. Obviously, Will's coming to the building. Will start. Will he start on the bench? And I say it's a big for everybody, and it's exciting for us staff that we're getting. Obviously, we've had 2 people in, and we're trying to get more people in and build a bigger squad, a better squad. And I think it's good that you can see that the boys are really taking to what's going on.
What are his attributes then? Because I know there's at least one of the National League club we're in for Will. So why do you think he came to York City, and what is he going to bring to this club?
I think if obviously we were spotted in somebody that we really liked. There was a few clubs interested in him. Actually, I think more people was going to go for him in League 2 in January, but obviously we got in there. He spoke to the manager. He told them what the thoughts, how we want to play, how we expected him to play. He's not coming in to be sub. He's coming in to play games and being part of the front 3 now, instead of the front 2 which we've had, and to learn off what we've done and make him a better player. I think he jumped on it straight away. Him and the gaffer spoke a couple of times. I think the manager put his ambitions of the club forward. And I think he's something that he wants to get onto this journey and enjoy this journey that we're going on.
He was at Leicester, wasn't he, with Finlay Barnes last season? Now, clearly Finlay hasn't made this massive jump. This 2 or 3 months he's had at Braintree, do you think that shows you that he can make the big jump between that level of football and now the National League?
Well, we hope so. He's only young, he's aggressive, he can run, he's got a bit of pace about him. and he scores goals, and that's the most important thing. He scores goals, and it doesn't really matter what level you're playing. I know the defenders get a little bit better, but the goals don't move. You've still got to get the ball in between them posts, and yeah, I think it'll be an excellent sign for us.
And he must be full of confidence as well, because he's been scoring those goals.
Yeah, he's full of confidence. He's come in and he's got on with training yesterday, knocked a few people about a bit, likes his aggression, got on with it as if he was playing for his own team. He's not coming under any pressure, and the gaffer said, listen, just enjoy it, it's a challenge for you. And he's really took forward to the challenge, and I think he'll be a good acquisition for us.
Are you any nearer to getting anyone else in a left back, maybe?
Not at the moment. Obviously, we've had a busy week, obviously, and then we've got another busy this week. So we are looking at things. We are looking at a number of positions that we'd like to strengthen, if possible. But I'd say getting things over the line at the moment with us working and having games is difficult.
I don't expect him to play tomorrow, David Stockdale, but how is he? Is he recovered from the bang he took to the head?
Yeah, he's had a bang on the head. He's went through his first protocol, what they have to do, so everything's fine. Will he be involved? We're unsure because of his body, not just of his back, because obviously he took a lot of whacks and missed some great saves as well, to be honest with you. Probably kept us in the game about, so we'll have a look. The manager's got big decisions to make if that's what he wants.
So he's available and there's no concussion protocol?
No, he won't be involved. He won't be involved, but he's gone through the first one, so he won't be involved tomorrow, just to miss him out, but everything else is fine.
How long is he going to be out for? Do you know? Will he be fit for Wigan?
Yeah, he'll be fit. I think he'll be fit for next week to train. I think it's just 10 days. I think what he has to do. I don't understand the rules at the moment. The manager's dealing with that with a physio, but yeah, he will be available for the cup. Hopefully, he should be back in training next week.
How important is it that doesn't prove to be a distraction for this next couple of weeks? The cup game against Wigan. The players just focus on these three big league games you've got next week.
Well, we've not talked about it. The players won't be talking about it because these are the big games coming up, as you say. The teams that are in and around us. If you could have a good week, you could be right up there mid-table. If you have a bad week, you could be right there in the mess again. So it's focusing on Hartlepool. That's all we've done. We put the FA Cup win to bed straight away and look forward to when that comes again. But it's league, that's more important than the league.
Do you set yourself points targets for these little block of 3 games this week against teams that are there or thereabouts with you?
No, just 3 points tomorrow. That's all we set aside. We don't look any further than that. The manager never has done since I've worked with him. We don't rest people to play against certain teams. We don't do anything like that. We just go what we think's best to try and win the game tomorrow, and that's all we focus on.
And have you got a message for the supporters? As you said, there's going to be a lot of Hartlepool fans here as well, 1,700, 1,800. Away fans always make a lot of noise. Is it down to those York City supporters to match that and better it? There's going to be more of them here.
Yeah, we can only say since we've been in the football club, they've been excellent, and we just want them to carry on. And they should understand when they get behind this football club, it's an absolute bonus for the players, and that's what we expect.
And applaud John Askey at the start, and then focus on your team.
100% you do that. He did an unbelievable job, and he's a good fella, John. I like him. But let's obviously have a drink with him after the game tomorrow. But hopefully we've got 3 points.
Great, thank you.
Neil spoke with Neil after the game, the gaffer, and he said 6 weeks ago you may not have got through that Chester game. How much is it important that you tough it out when you're up against it?
Yeah, we felt when we came into the football club that we was a little bit not aggressive enough, especially defensive-wise. We was a little bit open, so we've done a lot of work on that. Probably why we've gone to a 3, just to make us a little bit more secure at the back. And you can see there's some people playing well, people are playing better, people are playing a little bit more confident. Helps. We've took the guessing out of the game, how we want to play. We've showed them how we want to play, and that's what we're going to stay to. We're not going to go back to route 1. We're going to try and play through the thirds and be positive. And the boys have took that on board. Yeah, it has took its time, and obviously last 3 or 4 weeks I think it's come. We're just getting better and better at the moment.
Talking about you, the dynamic between you and Neil Ardley, how important is it for him to have somebody he trusts as somebody he can lean on and use as a sounding board?
Yeah, we've known each other for years before we worked together. Obviously, we played together, and as you say, me and him used to fall out regularly on the football pitch. But when that 90 minutes was going on, we both wanted to win. But when we came off the pitch, we had a good discussion about it, and that's what we do now. We're both on the same wavelength. We both want to play the football that we want to play. We both want to play a certain style, and we get on really well. He's the manager, and all the rest of the staff just follow him, and all the staff are behind him 100%. And I think when you get a staff together and everybody's pushing the same, everybody's doing the same message, I think it helps.
Does it help that you've been a manager as well, though? You know the pressure he's under, don't you?
I do know the pressure he's under. So when he's bouncing around and he's kicking things and he's not happy, I do understand what he's going on about. And say have been there, but I think he does his job. He's a calm character. He knows what he wants, and he wants the best, and he will push this football club as far as he can push him.
You brought in Will Davis. How important is it to get someone with potential who may not even have achieved what he needs to at the moment, but maybe could play at a higher level and you can utilise that?
We was looking at centre forward, and we saw Will, and we really liked what we saw. We didn't think it was going to be possible, but obviously, as I said earlier on, the manager had a discussion with him, and the manager got into him, what we expect and how the football club's going, and what the manager expects, and what we thought we could get out of him, and what he could get out of this football club as well. And he jumped right on board. He was up for it straight away. Yeah, I'm on my way down, but obviously we had to get over a few hurdles first, and we got over them, and he's coming in, and he's bouncing the place. He gets on with everybody. He's a really good kid. He's hard working, tough centre forward that can play as a 10 as well. So it's just what we're looking forward to.
He said it's not about the money. It's obviously about the money, but also about the vision as well, isn't it? Selling that to him.
And that's our job, and that's what we got brought in for. The manager got brought in to change the way the things were going. Obviously, things wasn't going well, but to change the way this football club is perceived around the place, and to push this football club forward. And we haven't come here to sit in this league. Yeah, probably it's going to be tough to get out of this league here, but over the next couple of years we want to push, bring better players in, young players in that can progress and become better players. And if the club sell them, that's perfect. But we're really bringing them in to be in our first team and play nice, open football, but winning football. Big
game tomorrow, obviously. Hartlepool lost 7 of the last 10 games. Hopefully, you're getting them at the right point. They're a bit vulnerable.
Yeah, they're a bit vulnerable. I don't know. I think they've had a couple of changes. It's not an easy league. Everybody says that it's going to be an easy league for some teams. It's not easy. Some tough teams in this team. Doesn't matter if you're at the top of the league or the bottom of the league. It's all tough. But as you said, it's going to be a good crowd tomorrow. 6,500 people, maybe 7,000 people. So we just have to concentrate on what we do best, defend well, and try and get our centre forwards into the game as much as possible.
How important was it taking Depot off against Chester so that you could keep him fresh for tomorrow?
Yeah, he's just come back in. Obviously, he's been out with an ankle injury and he's not been able to do much training really. And we brought him back quickly. We've got his minutes into him. He's trained a little bit on Thursday. He's trained a little bit today. So yeah, he'll be raring to go if the manager picks him. But yeah, we have to be careful. But as you say, we've only had 2 centre forwards in the building since we've been at the football club. I know a couple are out on loan, but since we've been at the football club, we've only had 2. Now we've got 3. It does make it a little bit easier for us. So that's how we deal with it.
And John Lewis is reminding you he's still around, 2 goals.
Yeah, unbelievable job. Yeah, 2 goals the other night. I think he took the first one excellently. Obviously, there's a bit of a mistake for the second one, but he's still got to put it in the back of the net. He leads the line really, really well. He helps Depot unbelievable, and I think he'll help Will with the experience. And sometimes I know the manager will tell him what he expects Will, but when you've got another centre forward who's been there and done that, I think that's just as easy for the players to learn off them.
What's the injury situation? Anyone coming back from injury in contention for tomorrow?
There will be a few, but we're just going to wait till last minute. We've trained on 3G today, so we will wait till tomorrow just to make sure they've all come through that till we really go with the team. The manager's got a team in his head how he wants to play, but we need to make sure everybody comes through this 3G session today so everybody can go for Saturday.
Thank you.